Abode of Greatness Worldwide is a greatness center and a subsidiary of John Ughulu Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to serve, lead, and impact. Disclaimer: this is not a religious organization. For donations, volunteer services, and inquiries, visit our website, www.johnughulufoundation.org.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Hello, my great people. How are you doing today? It's a blessed day. It's a wonderful day. I want you to always begin your day with positive affirmations. Disclaimer: this is not a religious organization. Abode of Greatness Worldwide is a greatness center and a subsidiary of the John Ughulu Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to serve, lead, and impact. We will be having weekly inspirational and motivational broadcasts that will help people transition from where they are to where they want to be. It could be either in their jobs, businesses, or personal lives. And in the process, we will be helping families worldwide to either pursue a career, start a business, or provide the basic human needs like food, clothing, and shelter. And with the help of generous donors like yourself, we will select people every month and help them to pursue their life goals. Our main focus will be mainly people around the ages of 16 to 25. But it still doesn't mean we would not pay attention to those people who fall outside this age bracket. So if you or anyone you know needs support in the areas mentioned, do not hesitate to reach out to us. You can send us an email. You can find our contact details currently being displayed on the screen. If you can hear me, please type "I can hear you." I just want to be sure I am not speaking to myself. Please type "I can hear you" if you can hear me. So while I'm waiting for more people to join, let's all like and share this broadcast. It is a great day. I have a very important message for you, and I promise not to take much of your time today. So let's like and share. I am doing the same thing from my end now. Like and share. Like and share the broadcast. All right, let's see. Sharing to. Today's a beautiful day. Let's go to like and share it. If you are currently watching from the group, the share button will not be activated. All you need to do is to invite people. And if you cannot find the share button, just invite people, invite all your contacts to the group, and they would be able to watch the live broadcast. Yes, and for those who will be watching the replay, please type #replay. That way we would know how to attend to your questions or comments and even your concerns. Yes, now I want to wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day. Now, a lot of people currently do not understand the importance, do not know how valuable women are. But I want you to know today that they play a major role in our existence. So if you are a mother out there, I want you to know that you are a queen. I want you to know that you've got greatness within you. I want you to know that you are an abode of greatness. On behalf of all the men out there, we wish every mother a happy Mother's Day. I wish my mom, my wife, and all other mothers out there a beautiful Mother's Day. Mother's Day is celebrated, not too often. But for those of us who know the value of our mothers, we celebrate you every day. We might have some shortcomings, but we appreciate all mothers. We know that you are kind-hearted. We know that you are always going above and beyond to help us become the best. So we appreciate you. We appreciate all the support that you give to us. We appreciate all the love that you show to everybody. This message, I want to personalize this to my mother now and my wife. I want to thank you for being able to put up with my my humble self. I love you, and I know that you are happy to have me around you. So thank you, all mothers. We love you. You're great. Make sure you relax today. Make sure you take time off today and enjoy yourself. Enjoy every moment of it. Thank you. All right. If you can hear me, I want you to please type "I can hear you" in the comment section. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me see if I have properly shared this broadcast. It is very important that everybody listens to the message I have today. This message is not necessarily for everybody, but it is a message for those who are willing to do what is right. This message is okay. Today we will be talking about how to take charge. I want you to grab a pen, a piece of paper, a notepad, whatever you write on, and take down as much information as you possibly can. This would help you, especially on this Mother's Day celebration, to help you realign with who you truly are. So start taking notes. Our topic for today is how to take charge. Let me put that in the comment section for you. Topic: how to take charge. Yeah, it's basically going to be how to take charge of your life. This is one of my best topics. I love talking about this, and because of where I have been, because of how I was able to discover who I truly was created to be, I like to always share the same tips. All right? How to take charge of your life. And in order for you to understand fully what this message contains, I want you to listen to me with an open heart. I know everything in life is a cliche, but it is whenever that cliche resonates with your circumstances that truly matters. It is whenever that cliche resonates with your life that truly matters. So please listen to me with an open heart, because today is the first day of the rest of your life. So I will be sharing some very key information with you. And in order for you to be able to take charge of your life, you must first of all have a vision. Have a vision. Write that down. The first thing you need to do or to have is to have a vision. Write it down. The second thing is for you to have goals. I just reminded you that everything in life is a cliche, but it is whenever that cliche resonates with your situation that really matters. So I am here once again talking about goals, and I promise you that I will speak about goals for the rest of my life. Do you know why? Because goals have helped me. Goals have helped every successful person on earth. So in order for you to take charge of your life, you must have a vision, you must have goals, and you must understand, you must also be able to utilize your willpower. So write that down: vision, goals, willpower, and action. Write that down: willpower and action. So we will start with the first one, which is goals, which is having a vision. When we're talking about having a vision, we're not talking here about eyesight. Because eyesight, if we're referring to eyesight, eyesight could be myopic. Eyesight can only help you see things that the eyes can see. So you would not be able to see beyond what your eyes can see. But here we're not talking about eyesight. We're talking about mind sight. If you can hear me, type "I can hear you" in the comment section. Today, we're talking about having a vision. In order for you to take charge of your life, you must have a vision. Mind sight, not eyesight. Whatever the mind can imagine, whatever the mind can think, whatever the mind can conceive is achievable. A vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. I need you to write that down. When we're talking about you having a vision, it means a vision is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. No wonder Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. That's a quote from Walt Disney. If you can dream it, you can do it. Which means whatever the mind conceives or can imagine is achievable. Yes, I want you to know that. This is coming out from me now. I remember before I started developing myself, I used to have great ideas, great thoughts, imaginations, but I always had a reason not to proceed, not to go further with those dreams and those visions. Because at some point, there would always be a limiting belief that would make me feel that it is not doable. And I know there's so many people out there right now who are going through the same, who have a lot of brilliant ideas, a lot of wonderful imaginations, but still you have not been able to streamline it. You have not been able to bring any of those great ideas or inventions to reality. Today, this message is going to help you identify who you are and how to bring all these to life. I was once like you. I was speaking with a friend yesterday, and this guy had so many great ideas, so many brilliant ideas. And as he was brainstorming with me, I asked him one question. I said, all these ideas that you have up there, have you written them down? And he said, yes. So I want you to understand the power behind writing down your vision. So when you have a vision, no matter how small it is, for as long as it becomes persistent, for as long as it becomes that thing that you always think about, that you always imagine, that always shows up in your mind, you should always make sure you write it down. Because once you can write down your imaginations, then it no longer becomes an imagination, right? You must have a vision. When I relocated to the United States, I was in the midst of other immigrants, but they chose to be ordinary, and they were so okay being ordinary people. But I knew that was not me. I knew that was not what I bargained for. I came into the country with a big vision, with a great vision. I came into the country to be part of the American dream, not to work for the rest of my life, not to earn minimum wage for the rest of my life, not to depend on 401k retirement plan. No, I came with a big vision to empower myself and to empower those who come across me. And when I realized I was in the wrong community of people who were not going to inspire me to live up to my dream, what did I do? I had to change my friends. I had to change my network because I had a vision. So no matter what you're going through in your life today, it is never too late for you. All you need is to have that vision. Have a vision. What do you want to become? What do you want to be remembered for? How do you intend to influence and impact the people around you and yourself? How do you intend to make your environment, your community, a better place for everybody? What's your vision for your life? And in order for you to be able to understand what you want from your life, there are 5 questions you need to ask yourself. And these are questions the late Dr. Miles Monroe always reminded everybody to ask themselves. And these questions, the moment you are able to identify the answers to these questions, you will become a better person. You would have a clearer vision of your existence. You would have a clearer vision of what you were created to do. I want you to grab a pen and write down these 5 questions. The moment you are able to answer these questions, life will take a different turn. I assure you of that. It has worked for me. It worked for the late Dr. Miles Monroe. It has worked for Mr. Les Brown. It has worked for Warren Buffett. It has worked for all the successful people on earth. Write down these questions. The first question you should ask yourself in order to take charge of your life and to have a better vision of who you are is, who am I? Write that down. Who am I? And the second question is, where am I from? Where am I from? And the third question is, why am I on earth? The fourth question is, what can I do? What can I do? And the last and the fifth question is, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? You need to ask yourself these 5 questions. Please, if you're watching via Facebook or YouTube, remember to like and share this broadcast, because there is somebody out there who needs to hear this message. So ask yourself those 5 questions. Those questions would help you disrupt any form of limiting belief that you have in your life. When you're asking yourself, who am I? When you're trying to find out the answer to these questions, who am I doesn't mean we want to know what your profession is. No. Who are you? We don't want to know what you currently do as a career. No. Who are you? I am an abode of greatness. I am a vessel of hope. I am the voice of the voiceless. Who are you? Then you should ask yourself the second question: where am I from? And when you are thinking about how to answer this, I want you to understand that we're not asking you from what county, city, or state you are from. Where are you from? We understand that your earthly parents were used as a vessel to bring you to life. But where you were given birth to is not your place of origin. You only came into this world through that point, but you have a place of origin. Where are you from? Where are you from? I want you to remember that you were created in God's image and likeness. What does that tell you? It means you are an abode of greatness. It means you are somebody. It means you are royalty. It means you are special. It means you are a child of the Creator. So where are you from? The moment you discover or identify where you're from, your perspective about life will change. The moment you realize that you were born as a king, the moment you realize that you were born as a queen, your perspective of life will change. Where are you from? And that takes us to the next question. Why am I on earth? That's a question for everybody to answer. But these are not easy questions. These are not surface questions. These are questions that requires you to search your soul deeply. For some people, it could take weeks to figure this out. For some people, it could take months to figure that out. And for some people, it could take years to figure out these questions. And for some, they could go for eternity without being able to figure out the answers to these questions. Why am I on earth? You need to think about that. Because you were created on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. What does that tell you? You were created on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. Yes. Why are you on earth? Research has proved it that out of millions of sperms, only one sperm is typically selected to fertilize an egg that brings a human being to life, which means it takes millions of sperms to try, to fight, to struggle, to swim towards the egg. And on the way, some sperm cells will die. On the way, some sperm cells would give up. On the way, some sperm cells would know that they cannot get to that egg. But out of millions, research has proved it that only one out of millions of sperm cells is required to fertilize an egg. And it is one sperm cell out of millions that was chosen to bring you to life. What does it mean? Out of millions. Think about it. Out of millions of sperm cells, only one was chosen to bring you to life. It means you are special. It means you were brought into this world on purpose, with a purpose, and for a purpose. I want you to think about this. Think about it. So whatever you are going through in life, whether bad or good, was meant to happen. But you being able to use those things to grow is what matters. I want you to think about this. You were that chosen sperm. It means you are special. You were sent to this world through your birth parents to fulfill a purpose. You were sent to serve. You were sent into this world to lead. You were sent into this world to influence. You were sent into this world to leave an impact, to make an impact. Think about it. Why are you on earth? You were sent to this world to serve, to lead, to influence, and to impact lives, to leave, to create an impact. That's why you're on earth. So no matter what challenges you are going through in life today, I want you to remember who you are. Remember where you are from. Remember why you are on earth. And the next question you should ask yourself is, what can I do? You want to take charge of your life. You should know what you can do to take charge of your life. A lot of people have so many things around them that they can do, but they get too busy. They get carried away and thereby unable to identify those gifts that they have. What can I do? You can do a lot of things. The birds were created to fly without even attending any flight school. The fish was created to swim without the need to attend swimming lessons. What about you? What were you created to do? What can you do? You have greatness within you. You are an abode of greatness. As a human being, you have multiple things you can do. But all you need to do is to open your eyes, look around, and select that which is the strongest. What can I do? What can you do? You can do a lot of things. Now, I have had the opportunity to speak with so many people who always complain about being broke, who always complain about not having money, people who complain that things are not going well with them. And when I ask only two questions, I would immediately arrive at a conclusion that they have not been able to open their eyes properly to see what's around them. You cannot be broke when you have a gas cooker in your house and you know how to cook. You cannot be broke when you have a car that takes you from one place to the other. You cannot be broke when you have a voice that can give people hope. No matter how broke you think you are, for as long as you have a gas cooker, you can cook and sell food. I'm just using that as an example. You cannot be broke when you have a car that takes you to parties or takes you to the place where you would buy clothes to wear. You can use your car to make money. You cannot be broke when you have your God-given voice. What I'm sharing with you now, I didn't know for years that I could earn as a speaker. I didn't know that I could influence lives. I didn't know I could serve and lead with my God-given voice, with my gift. It is free, right? You don't have to pay for your voice. What can you do? I'm not saying everybody has to be a preacher. Neither am I saying everybody has to be a motivational speaker, but I am giving you examples. Every human being was created to serve, lead, influence, and impact. There's so many things you can do. And the last question is, where am I going? That's where your vision comes in. Where are you going? What legacy do you want to leave behind? What imprint do you want to leave behind? I love to always remind people that legacy is not necessarily what you leave behind for people. It is not necessarily those properties, the money that you leave behind for your friends, your family members. Legacy is not necessarily what you leave behind for people, but it is what you leave behind in people. Think about that. It is what you leave behind in people. That's what I consider as a true legacy. When I started developing myself, I came to realize that it is better to equip your children, to equip those around you with a mindset of success. It is better for you to equip the people around you with the mindset of an achiever than to leave material things for them. We've had instances, we've heard of cases where parents, wealthy parents, left millions and so much money for their kids as their beneficiaries. But those kids couldn't even handle it. They squandered. So when you are working on your vision, you should always ask yourself, where am I going? Where am I going? How do I intend to serve, lead, influence, and impact? Write that down. Where am I going? How can I serve? How can I lead? How can I influence? And how can I impact? How can I create an impact? These are things that would help you wake your subconscious mind up. They would help you wake you up. And that's what you need to take charge of your life. These 5 questions I have just provided now would help you restructure, would help you see your vision from a different realm. Vision is paramount. If you do not have a vision, you are in serious trouble. If you have a vision and you cannot convert your vision into reality, that is a bigger problem. And the next step for you to take charge of your life is to have goals. I love to talk about goals because goals have transformed my life. Goals have transformed my life completely. And that's why I like to share that information with you. When I go gray and bald, every time you hear my voice, you are going to hear the word goals. Because I am so excited. I am so thrilled. I am so happy to be sharing what goals have done for me and the many more things that goals will do for me. And I want you to be part of that journey. I want you to be part of that. Goals. Now, before we get into describing what goals are, if you have not written down anything, this is the very part that I don't want you to miss. Because if you have a vision and you cannot convert that vision into goals, that becomes a challenge. It becomes a major problem for you. It becomes a major problem. Write down goals. What is a goal? I'm not talking about the soccer goal or the football goal. A goal is an aim or desired result. It's easy peasy. Goals. A goal is an aim or a desired result. I want you to think about that for a minute. An aim or a desired result. And my favorite quote is from Greg Reed. Greg Reed said, "A dream written down with timelines becomes a goal." Think about it. A dream written down with timelines becomes a goal. So what does this mean? It means that not until you learn how to convert your dreams, your visions, and your ideas to goals, it will still remain a dream, a fantasy, a vision, or an idea. Yes. All the beautiful things we are enjoying in life today, they were once someone else's idea. someone else's dream, someone else's vision. Yes. But the reason why they were able to bring those ideas, visions, and dreams to life was because they understood the importance of converting your visions, dreams, and ideas into goals. Yes. Yes. The cell phone we use today was someone else's idea or someone's idea. The car we drive today was someone's idea. The clothes we wear today, someone's idea. The internet, the apps that we use today, they were all one's ideas. So what are those things in your life that you've always wanted to achieve? Or what are those things you once talked yourself out of? I want you to grab your pen and a paper and write down 2 major goals that you have once talked yourself out of. If you have goals and dreams, if you have visions, dreams, write them down. 2, I want you to write down 2 major goals that you would like to achieve. 2 major ones. When we're talking about major, we're talking about the biggest, because when the brain is processing information, it gives you different ideas. What are those 2 major dreams, visions, and goals you would love to accomplish that you once talked yourself out of? Write them down, because today we're going to recapture all those things. And I want you to have that mindset that it is possible. Yeah, that's what my communication mentor, Mr. Les Brown, would always say. He would say, you should always tell yourself that it is possible. I have goals of building a greatness center that would accommodate about 3,000 people. A greatness center that would accommodate 3,000 people for a conference. A greatness center that would have a section of that greatness center for health and healthy living activities. Yes, it is my goal, and it will come to pass because I have it written down on paper. I see it every day. You see that it's not going anywhere. We would have that greatness center. We would be able to impact billions of lives from there. My goal is to create the greatness center so that we can impact more lives, so that we can make the world a better place, so that we can help people become more aware of their greatness. Write down 2 major goals you would like to accomplish in your life. And I want you to put today's date. When you write down those goals, I want you to put timelines. Give yourself a timeline of when you would like to have this accomplished. I want you to give yourself that push, that nudge, because when you're writing down your goals, you have to be specific. Because with your vision, you have already seen the end. You have already celebrated your success, even if you haven't started. So your vision helps you see the beginning and the end of what you want to do. So when writing down your vision, you should write it down the exact way it was envisioned. You should write it down to the end, to the point of celebration. You know, some people sit down and just imagine things and imagine themselves being so successful They imagine themselves doing great things. But once that imagination switches off, they don't convert it to goals. But today, I want to remind you that those dreams and visions that you have once talked yourself out of, this is the time for you to bring them back to life. So think of those two major goals that you have once talked yourself out of, or those major goals that people have pushed you to talk yourself out of. Write them down. My mentor, Les Brown, would say, you don't need to know the how. You don't need to know exactly how to get it done. Just convert it to a goal by writing it down. Get started. Start from there. Write it down on this day. What's today's date? On this day, the 9th of May, 2021. I am writing down my vision. And I will start from today. My vision will be completed on the 31st day of December 2021, 2022, 2023. Put realistic timelines and put exact timelines. I don't know where you're listening to me from. I don't know where you're watching this program from. But I want you to understand that you've got greatness within you. I want you to know that you are an abode of greatness. I want you to know that it is possible for you to achieve your dreams and your goals. But you must learn to write them down. Writing them down doesn't mean you have the actual solution for those goals right now. But writing it down means that you have converted it to a goal. It means that you can never have that idea remain as an idea. It has been converted. It has been written down in a place where you can always refresh your mind. You can always look at it every day, and you can always get yourself fired up, more and more fired up to get it started. Emily Dickinson said, the brain is wider than the sky. It means the brain has the ability to make you forget those great things you were meant to do. It means the brain has the ability to confuse you with so many ideas, thereby giving you no clear direction. But once you learn how to write down your visions and your dreams and your goals, you have automatically broken the flow of the brain. You have automatically generated an enthusiasm that would help you push yourself towards achieving that goal. There is always an excitement that comes up when you are converting your visions to goals, when you're writing them down. There is always an excitement. And that excitement is what drives you. That excitement is what brings out the passion. And your passion generates discipline. Write that down. Your passion generates discipline. Your passion generates discipline. I want you to please like and share this broadcast, because there is someone out there who needs to hear this message. Your passion generates discipline. When you write down those dreams, those ideas, it produces an excitement. And that is the excitement that you need. You need to run with the flow. I've had people talk to me. In fact, I was speaking to someone yesterday, and he has this wonderful idea. And he said to me that whenever he thinks of his inability to raise the capital or the cash required to get this thing done, it discourages him. And I know there's so many people out there who such limiting beliefs typically make you talk yourselves out of your dreams. But I told him one thing: for as long as you have written down that goal, that dream, that vision, stay focused. Because one day you would run into that person who also believes in that dream. You would run into that person, that organization who believes in the dream and will be willing to provide all that you need to get started. My mentor, my communication mentor, Les Brown, would say, review your goals at least twice a day in order to stay focused. And I told this gentleman that you have a brilliant idea. The capital can never be a problem. In life, we've come to realize that there are no lack of resources, but they only have lack of ideas. He's a young businessman, a man who just transitioned into entrepreneurship. And I was able to share some tips with him on how to generate income for this business. So that's how it works. Just have it written down. Have a journal. Have a journal. Oh God. I don't need to, but I can always show you this. I go with journals. Right? Journals. Have a journal always by your side. Never rely on your brain. Have them. You see this? This is a book where I put down my intellectual property. Your ideas are your intellectual property. Not until you learn how to convert them. Not until you learn how to convert them into goals. They would remain fantasies. Write down. One day, you would run into that person, that business that would help you bring your dreams to life. Whatever you are seeking is seeking you. Whatever you channel your energy towards is what comes to you. If you have not heard this before, I want you to know, whatever you put your mind towards would always come to you. But when your mind is all over the place, then you become confused. The world, the universe is created. The world is created to attract those things that you seek to you. Don't get discouraged. Today is Mother's Day. I know there are so many mothers out there who want to become entrepreneurs, but have certain limiting beliefs. Probably they have young kids and they feel that it might not be possible for them to do anything because of their young kids. No, it doesn't work that way. I want to tell you today that whatever you are seeking is seeking you. Whatever business you want to do, write it down and start thinking, start channeling your energy towards that goal. And what you are seeking is seeking you. It will definitely be pulled to you. It might not happen within 24 hours. It might not happen within 1 month. But for as long as your mind is made up, it will surely happen. No wonder Louis Pugh said, there is nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. When your mind is made up to seek a better life, when you stay on course, the better life would come. When your mind is made up to transition from your employment to owning your business, all you need is to stay focused and it will happen. If your mind is made up to get out of a toxic relationship. For as long as you stay focused on what you want, it will surely happen. If your mind is made up to start a business, irrespective of you having young kids, you will find a way. There is nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. Write down your visions. Review your goals on a daily basis. And that would help you draw you closer to those things that would make your dreams come true. Goals are very, very important. Now, a lot of people might not know the importance of writing down timelines, because the timelines gives you that need to make certain moves. It doesn't mean if you are unable to meet up with those timelines, you should give up. No, you can extend it. But when your subconscious mind understands that there is a timeline put to a task, then it propels you to do more work. Get your journals and start writing down your visions, your dreams, your thoughts, your imaginations. Always have them wherever you go. Always have them wherever you go. It helps a lot. If you are watching this program via Facebook or YouTube, please remember to like and share the broadcast. For those listening to the program via podcast, also remember to share this podcast. It is very important to make sure everybody around you learns the importance of writing down their visions. Write down those dreams you've talked yourself out of. This is the time for you to bring them back to life. It is possible. And if you're having challenges doing that, seek help. You can contact me. You can send me a DM, and I'll do my best to guide you in the right direction. And when you have those goals taken care of, you should understand that the next one is the will to make it happen. Willpower, excuse me. Willpower is innate. What does the will to do things mean? It means the desire. So when you have these goals written down, you need to back it up with the desire. You need to ignite the willpower within you. You need to ignite the willpower within you. Willpower is innate. It is your desire to make things happen. You don't need to go by willpower. It's within you. It is within you. When JFK gave the speech about going to the moon, he had no technical know-how on how to make this possible or on how to make this happen. JFK didn't know how to fly a plane. He didn't even know what to do at that point. But he spoke. He gave a mandate. How did he make it happen? 5 words. The will to do it. Come on, think about that. How did that task become possible? A man who had no technical know-how gave a speech about going to the moon. He had what? 5 words. The will to do it. What does it mean? What do you need to help you transition from where you are to where you want to be? 5 words. The will to do it. What do you require to help you start that business you've always wanted to get into? 5 words. The will to do it. What do you require to leave that toxic relationship and get into a new life? 5 words. The will to do it. What do you require to help you revive those dreams, visions, and imaginations that you once talked yourself out of? 5 words is all you need. The will to do it. And when you have the will to do it, you must do the last thing, which is take action. Take action. Action is paramount. Action is paramount. No matter how much plans you've got in life, if you fail to get up from your chair, if you fail to get up from your bed, if you fail to make that phone call, if you fail to attend that networking event, if you fail to take action, everything returns back to a failed vision. Action is paramount. When I decided to become a motivational speaker, what happened? I took action. I became part of a network. I became part of a community of like-minded people. I took action. When I decided to become a motivational speaker, I took action. Yes, I used to be a very shy person. So shy that I couldn't even imagine myself climbing a stage and giving a 1-minute toast. Yes. But today I'm a motivational speaker. That shy man is no longer shy. That shy man is serving, leading, influencing, and impacting lives with his voice. If I could make that change by taking action, you too can. You have to make the choices that would help you transition from where you are to where you want to be. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. The choice is yours. You have the will to do whatever you want to do. Whatever you are seeking is also seeking you. It is you alone who can make things happen for yourself. Once again, to all the mothers who are watching this program, who are listening to this program, I want you to know that we love you. I want you to know that you are special. I want you to know that you are an abode of greatness. You've got greatness within you. You were created as a queen. You were created to serve, lead, influence, and impact. I don't know what the people around you know about you. Neither do I know what you know about yourself. But I know 100% that you are an abode of greatness. And if you believe today that you've got greatness in you, with that belief, I want you to place your hand on your chest and say, I am blessed. Yes, you are blessed. I want you to say this after me. Say, I was not created to exist, but I was created to create an existence. That's your purpose. I know we're going through perilous times right now where the level of depression has increased, the level of anxiety has increased, the level of domestic violence has increased, even the level of hunger has increased. But I want you to know that things will get better. Whatever you're going through is a phase in life. It is a phase that will surely pass. No condition is permanent. For as long as you take charge of your life by 1, having a vision, 2, setting goals, 3, understanding that willpower is within you, and 4, taking action, things will definitely change for you. Things will change for you. Every human being was conceived in the womb, but will one day end up in the tomb. But what matters is how you have lived your life in between. That is what matters. Remember that you were created on purpose, with a purpose, and for a purpose. The life was created, the world was created to be in your favor. But you first of all need to have a clear vision. You need to see the end of what you want to do in your mind and learn to convert it. That's all you need to do. You've got greatness within you. I want to wish all the mothers once again a happy Mother's Day. You are highly appreciated. To my mom and my wife, I love you. You mean so much to me. And I thank you for being there. I remember when I was in high school, when my mom would always come to the room in the middle of the night and she would wake me up and say, John, I want you to tell me all the things you want God. What are those things you want God to do for you? And as I start to mention all those things, my mom would say, I want you to go get a pen and a piece of paper and write down everything you just told me. And I would go get the pen, the piece of paper, write it down, and she would tell me to go drop it in the altar. My mom is a staunch Catholic. So in her living room, she has an altar where she keeps her Bible, her Catholic ornaments, and she would say, go and keep that paper there. And when I drop it, I'll go right back to her in the room and say, yeah, I've kept it. She would say, John, do you know why I always tell you to write down your wish list and your goals and those things you want God to do for you? She would say, it's because God answers prayers faster when you write them down. And she would say, every day of your life, my son, I want you to always go through that list you have placed on that altar. And the moment God answers any of those prayers, I want you to strike it off. Is that clear? I would say, yes, ma'am, that's clear. She would say, that's fine. Go back to bed. Little did I know that my mom was teaching me how to set goals. That's why I get so passionate about encouraging people to learn how to write their dreams and their visions. I have my journals here. Go get yours. Always write them down. Never rely on your memory. Never. Because research has proved it that the brain processes millions of information within a minute. And you should know what that means. It means you could easily be overloaded with information. Write down those dreams and goals that you always wanted to accomplish. I want you to know it is possible to accomplish them. Richard Branson said, if your dreams don't scare you, then they are too small. I want you to write down those biggest dreams and goals, those that would scare you, those that you feel you cannot really accomplish as a human being. Yes, those are the ones you should focus on because it is possible. You don't need to know the how. Just write it down. Put the timelines and always see yourself doing it. Always imagine yourself doing it in your dreams, in your visions, always. And what you are seeking will seek you, is also seeking you. That which you need to accomplish that goal will come. That opportunity will come. That investor will come. That coach will come. That friend, that partner, that financier would come. Just don't let that dream die. No, not under my watch. I am an assassin. I will assassinate any form of mediocrity in you. I will assassinate any form of limiting belief that you have within you. I have been mandated to disrupt any form of limiting belief that you can find within you. Not under my watch. That dream you talked yourself out of, it is possible. It is possible. Life was built or made for everybody to discover their potentials. You've got greatness within you. You've got potentials. You were created on purpose, with a purpose, and for a purpose. With that being said, I want to thank you for listening to this program. And remember to like and share this broadcast. Like and share it. Because if it doesn't resonate with you today, there is somebody out there. There is somebody out there who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. Share this message. Thank you. And remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Celebrate all the mothers out there because I'm going to celebrate mine right now. Enjoy your weekend, people. Bye-bye.
Abode of Greatness Worldwide is a greatness center and a subsidiary of John Ughulu Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to serve, lead, and impact. Disclaimer: this is not a religious organization. For donations,